Well, go on everybody. So today we're gonna be downloading Xcode, and Xcode is just an app where you can use to make other apps. So make we do this. Is go down to your app store, right here, so or wherever you have your app store. And yo, I'm gonna just maximize this so you can see it better. And I'm just gonna type in Xcode here. And this is the app right here. So you might see a get button here, and the only reason you say a get button are just because at your first time I downloaded it. I've downloaded Xcode before, so most of the cloud. So just hit. You can go better. Let's go to the description or the main page or whatever. You want to make sure so you have at least Xcode 26.3 and up, right? And the reason for that is because so you can use the AI. That's just to the point. Just hit the Claudia and start download Xcode. So just hit that. And as you see over here, this is 12.44 gigabytes. So this is a decent size file. So you might want to give some time and make it just do this. Right now it's saying 52 seconds there, but my Wi-Fi kind of fast, so that might be it. All right, so now it's installing. So I guess the couple seconds will just to download everything, now it install. So I could see it do it thing. So I'm gonna fast forward this too, cause this might take a while. Alright, now that it's done install, you're gonna see that big open button here. Like we just hit on any other app where you download on your iPhone. Just hit that. And then you're gonna see a bunch of things. So you're gonna see this agreement thing come up. I read the agreement. You can read the agreement too. So I'm gonna hit agree. And now you just have to enter your laptop password, right? So just hit that. Right? And now, right, it's basically asking you what kind of apps are you gonna want to make. So right now, it kind of gives us the Mac OS, like if you want to make apps for the Mac, or if you want iOS, if you want to make apps for like the iPhone or whatever. And then you have like the Watch OS, TV OS, and Vision OS. But you see, beside each of them, they're decent size. So this side, don't just if you have the space, download everything, sure. But if you're somebody that doesn't have the space, think about what you want. Like more than likely, I feel like you're gonna want an iOS app. You might not want a WatchOS app, so you pick and choose. For now, I'm just gonna stick with macOS and iOS for now. And then here, right here, predictive code completion. So this is basically like Apple's AI that's inside your IDE. And your IDE is just like pretty much Xcode. It's the thing that you use to write code. So AI can kind of help you. I would say take this, even though it's 2 gig, because it helps a lot. And then just hit download and install. And you see it installing. And then over here, you might see some notifications just telling you what was happening. So multiple extensions added, Xcode, yada, yada, yada. Can just clear all. And now over here, now you see all these. Let me just drag this over. Can I make this bigger? Not really. But you see everything that you wanted to download being downloaded. So the iOS, the predictive code completion thing, so that can help you. All of that's being downloaded there. So you can just monitor that on the side. Now, this main piece right here, I wish I could make this bigger, but this piece right here, this agentic coding, is the reason why we want to get Xcode that's 23, Xcode 26.3 and up. It has this feature. And this agentic coding is basically like, yo, you can have the AI kind of code with you while you're coding. Isn't it? So see agentic coding. You can hit the play button if you like. For now, I'm gonna just hit continue. And basically just like that, you have Xcode, right? So the only thing we'll kind of have to wait on right now is for your simulators. You might have more simulators than me, depending on which ones you decided to pick. Maybe you pick tvOS, watchOS, all of them. So you just wait until these are done, because right now, if you try to create a project, right? Like say if I hit create a project, you're not gonna, you see this part that you see where I click on iOS, which is like iPhone, it's saying that it's downloading the iOS 26.4. So it's downloading pretty much the simulators are stuff that you need for iOS so that you can make iOS apps. So let's just give this some time first to download, and then we could just go inside Xcode. So I'm gonna put this in the center, and I'm just gonna make this go. And people, yeah, this takes some time. So I'm gonna kind of fast forward this, all right? Oh, all right. All right, so once that's done, you might get a notification up here. Highly recommend you allow this because this is going to be something that shows up on the side while they're like making your apps. Xcode giving you notifications. You definitely are going to need this. So I highly recommend just hit allow. All right, and now we just wait for the simulator to finish, which it looks like they're both finished right now. All right, so now that done, honestly, you can just close this since it's just showing what is downloading. And now this is Xcode over here. If you haven't opened it yet, it's not gonna be here. It might be in your application, like go to Finder and then just go to Applications and scroll down. It's in alphabetical order, and then you'll see Xcode here. One thing I recommend is highly drag it to your dock since you'll be using this a lot. All right, so let's close that. And now let's just get a quick preview of what Xcode can do. Just a quick preview. So click into it, then hit create a new project. And you see all those things, so multi-platform, iOS, macOS, watchOS. So all of these are the types of apps that you can make. So iOS if you want to make an iPhone app, macOS if you want to make a Mac app, watch, etc. So let's just pick iOS for now. So make an iPhone and then just click app right here and then hit next. And then right here, all you have to do is just give your your app or your project a name. Since it's testing, let's just do test. And then you might be asked to make an account here. You don't have to do this, but what the accounting is, if you make an account, that's how you can probably push apps to the App Store and all that. For now, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We're just testing this out. For the organization identifier, though, you have to put something there. So put something like com.youtube test. And this is just the ID pretty much for your app. All right, now just hit next. It's gonna ask you if you want to create a Git repository. I'll uncheck this for now. We can talk more about Git in like the next videos, but if you're already familiar with Git, feel free. But we'll talk about Git for the people that aren't familiar so they better understand that. And then now just go to create. And basically this window that you see here, so maximize this. And then you see all this text here, we can actually zoom in, so Command plus. Because there's no way I was gonna see that without my glasses. And this are basically the code for making like apps for iPhone. So these are one of them. This is a specific one, is SwiftUI. If you aren't used to coding, don't even really stress this. This is just me trying to just give you a preview. So this is just the code, and then these are all your files over here. Oops. So this is asking me to set up some intelligence thing. Don't worry about that right now. I'll have a different video on how we can set up Claude as well as different AI models in Xcode. So just hit remind me later for now. And now, this is your code section. You can make it that you can see a preview. So just hit this over here. Hit canvas. Oh, we actually need to go inside content view. So don't know if you can see a preview if you have one of these. So go over here again, sorry, hit canvas. And now you see this preview over here. I'm gonna add some space. All right. So if you notice, pretty much this is a simulator and this is our app right here. So Xcode kind of give us like a template for like an app. And just to show you that it's like kind of pretty much the same thing, let's change this from Hello World to Nerdy Yardy. And if I look over here, you see, say, well, yeah, the text, sorry, actually change. And there's much more stuff you can do here. And if you don't like just this canvas, what you can do is try to run the project. So the couple ways you can do it, you can just press Command R, or since this is kind of our first time using Xcode, hit the play button up here, right? And then you'll see build succeeded. And usually Xcode kind of shift to the side when the simulator opens, but I want you to be able to see this, so I'm going to minimize Xcode. And now you see this simulator thing pop up. And people, if you don't know what a simulator is, all it is pretty much just like a fake iPhone that's running on like your laptop or your Mac, you know? So that you can test your app. That's it. But you can still test your apps on real devices like a real phone. But just for speed, you can just test it on your laptop. So now this is our simulator. You see how it looks more like a phone versus over here. The canvas is just like the real term for this is a preview. That's that. Now, once this is done, we'll be able to see, we should see the same thing over here, right? All right, so now you see, we'll see the same thing over here. And this is just inside our simulator, sorry. So, yeah, basically right now, you have downloaded Xcode from the App Store and you're ready to start making apps. Big up. So stay tuned for more videos. I remember for like, comment, and share. And then the main thing is what? Anybody can learn anything with time, practice, and failures. All right, I'm out.